Hey everyone, my name is Gemma Howarth. I am an executive manager in the 18 region for my team of Panthers. So I've just done this short training presentation just to run through with you about parties. So we are coming up to the biggest time of year for parties, the peak season, Christmas, which is more or less now. We're actually a bit in peak really now in September. So obviously we've got conference coming up and we will find out more then. But parties from now are when we will get the highest sales. So just to run through some training with you. So I've been in the business for over 7 years and I have always done parties. So I'm just going to share with you kind of what I have done and what I do and how I get party bookings as well. So why do we party? So it's the best place to meet new people, gain new customers, new party hosts and new recruits as well. If you're not building a team, then obviously recruiting is still going to give you a bonus. So it benefits us all to introduce people to the business. It's the start of new customer relationships. So when we're at parties and we're meeting people, we're not just there for that quick sale and then that's it, we get the order to them and then we just don't speak to them again. We want to build these relationships with these customers. A lot of the people that do buy from me are repeat customers that I have met at parties or events, that things that I've done in the first year of joining, that then I have got to know over the years. I've built the relationships with them and that's what then builds loyalty. So you're going to get these people that are loyal to you and that are going to come back to you to place orders and even host parties or even join the business as well. The best way to introduce people to the products, I always say that our job is not as such sales, it is introducing people to the products, that we just introduce and then the products do the selling really. Obviously it helps to know a little bit about what we're selling, but it's our job to get those products in front of people. Parties are great places for that because obviously they can just have trial a few different things. They're a nice relaxed atmosphere with the friends, but once someone smells something and puts it on the skin, that's when they tend to want to buy it. So it is the best place for it, and we're very lucky that we've always got new products coming out as well, so we can always keep our parties fresh and exciting and new for people that do rebook back in with us. You can gain new people to join your Facebook group. So when you're at parties, you can really maximise on that couple hours that you've got with them and really tell them everything that you can offer for them. And getting them to join your Facebook group is great because it's a great place for them to easily keep an eye on the discounts and new products and whatever else you do on there, whether you do some sample club or giveaways or anything else you do, then that's a great place for them to join and keep in touch with you as well. And it's the best place to get your new party bookings because the biggest thing we want from parties is bookings because it's going to give us our future business and our future income. You always want to rebook your host for the next season and aim for 2 more bookings. So we do have 4 catalogues a year. So you will have some hosts who will rebook back in with you for every catalogue or even 3 times a year or even 2. Or some people might just want to book in every year for Christmas, but you will pick up these hosts who do repeat book with you and you do end up seeing them a few times a year. So how do you get your bookings? The way I did it, and this is the way I always advise people when they're starting off, is just ask for support. So when I joined, I personally didn't use the products, not because I didn't like them, just because I wasn't massively into beauty products. I would just really pick up anything from anywhere. So when I joined, it wasn't a case for me of thinking, right, who uses the products? Who can I ask? It was for me a case of thinking, right, who will support me? So back when I joined, we had to have party bookings before we could join the business. And I'm really glad that that was the way it was then, because I would have probably said, oh, I'll just not bother partying, because it obviously is a bit nerve-wracking for some people, for most people. It's something that you've not done before. You don't really feel confident that you know enough yet, but just to get into it, get started with it is the best way, like on-the-job training. So I asked for support. So I thought of 4 people who I thought would support me and just asked them to do that. Luckily, the people that I asked did say yes. So the way I approached them was saying, look, I've started up this new business and I need to have some party bookings. Help me get off the ground. Will you just do me a favour and have a bit of a girls' night in for me? You don't have to do anything major, don't have to put any food or drinks or anything, just literally get some nibbles and I'll come along and show you all some products, nice and relaxed. But as well as helping me, you can also have the horse rewards. So you're getting benefits out of it yourself. And they all said, oh, go on then. So that's how I started off. And from those parties, I did get future bookings. So they really did help me start my business off. So just have a think of who would support you and do ask them. You can hold your own party. You can even hold your own party for different groups. So you might have friends that you could invite, even just a small group. It just helps you get used to doing parties. You could do a party for family members, you could do one for neighbours, you could do one for school mums. If you've got kids and they're in any groups, you can maybe even, if they're in a dance group, you could invite the dance group mums or gymnastics. You could do different groups, work colleagues. So you could end up having your own party a few times for different groups. And they are the best place to get the bookings from them, because when they come to a party, they realise, oh, actually, yeah, it's just a nice girls' night in. Go on then, I'll have my party as well. So then you'll get more bookings. Definitely theme your parties. This is what will get you your rebookings. So if you're doing a makeup party, you can talk about the other themes, skincare, Pampers, spa, obviously Christmas, and then that's how you'll get your parties rebooked back in. So obviously coming into this next few weeks now, it's going to be all about Christmas, but people might want to have a face mask night instead. Don't have to have Christmas, but people do tend to want to stick with Christmas. Obviously people are doing the Christmas shopping. This is the biggest time of year for us, so people love the idea of coming along to a friend's house and having a nice night in with them and catching up and trying some products, and they can do the Christmas shopping. They're not having to go out in the cold, pay for parking. It's just nice and relaxed. You can also fill up with practice sessions. So if you're struggling to get actual party bookings, you could ask if people will volunteer to be a model for you, that you can just go along and practice a facial. You could practice some makeup on, a hand massage. You could offer out one-to-ones where you can go and give them a bit of skincare advice. So that could help you get bookings in your diary. But if you're filling up your diary with some one-to-ones or practice sessions, the chances are when you were there, because you were introducing them to the products, they're going to smell it and put it on the skin, they're probably going to want to buy it. Then you could suggest that they have a party, because then they can use the horse rewards to get the products that you've shown them. That can then lead into actual party bookings. Or if not, it might even lead into just some sales for you, but that's obviously great. And failing all of that, it's just practice for you with the products, which is going to help your confidence. You can advertise for Pamper and Prosecco, which is the picture on this slide. So that could go in your Facebook groups, and that's also just a nice way. It's basically very, very similar to an actual party, but you're just keeping it to low numbers, and you said that you'll take a bottle of Prosecco. And because it's low numbers, you might want to be able to offer every guest then a bit of a pampering, whether it's a little facial, a face mask, a hand massage, something like that. But that's a good way to just get those initial bookings in your diary, which will then set you off then, and you can get more bookings from them. Do you understand the horse rewards? They are the most generous horse rewards in the business from any other company out there. So do make sure you do fully understand them, because that is how you will get bookings. So when you are taking orders from people, whether it is through Facebook or catalogues, when you are delivering it to them and you're speaking to them face to face, you could say, do you realise that we do have amazing horse rewards if you have your own girls' night in? And then you could have a chat with them, and then that could lead into an actual party for you. So the horse rewards are, we have 4 levels of them, so you may be fully aware of these, but just in case you're not, I just call them level 1, 2, 3 and 4. So party sales of 150 will get the horse £25 free shopping. The average level I find outside of peak is the level 2, so with £230 worth of sales, then they do still get £25 free shopping, but they also get 70% discount off a £100 shop. Added together, it's £100 worth of shopping for £22.50. Level 3, we've got £350 party sales. Then the horse can spend £140 for £34.50. And at level 4 is £450 plus. The horse can spend £175 for just £45. Do bear in mind over Christmas, well, and throughout the year, that doesn't include gifts. So the horse can't buy any of the Christmas gifts, but she can make her own gifts, or he, by buying the products and maybe if we're going to have gift bags this year, she can maybe get a gift bag and make up her own gifts. You do tend to find though that the hosts are buying for themselves, so I've never really found that to be a problem at all. So once you've got your parties booked in, your hostess coaching is just as important as the actual party itself. If you book a party in and then don't really speak to that host again till a few days before, she's not really going to be excited. The chances of her actually remembering or inviting people are quite low. You probably ring her and confirm it, and she might say, oh, I forgot, I've not actually invited anyone, and then it's just going to cancel. So your hostess coaching is all about keeping your host excited, getting her invited or over-inviting, so that if people do drop out, because it does happen, then she's still got enough people there. You can send her a pack. So this is a picture of some of the hostess packs that we can get off the business tools from the ordering section. Or you can send her a plain envelope, but these look nice and professional and do give some tips on the back of there as well of inviting and collecting orders back in. So you can send that. I send it about 3 weeks before. I put some catalogues, order forms, details of special offers, and sometimes I do put some free prize draw slips in there as well, and encourage her to collect 10 filled ones in, and then I will give her a little incentive for that. That can help give me future customers, future bookings, or people that are interested in discussing joining. I also pop in a host letter. These tend to be put in the file section by one of the managers, and this just breaks down what's on. So over Christmas, the customer specials do tend to change slightly, but this is just an example of a previous host letter showing what's on for the host in terms of the host booking gift, mentions the host rewards, and it mentions the customer special and the chance for the host to join using the host rewards, so swapping the free shopping to join for a cheaper joining fee, which would have gone up slightly now because the joining fee has gone up from the 1st of September, so that would have that has now gone up as well, the host joining fee. But this letter also sets a pre-party order challenge. So this says if you collect, I think it says £80, I think I sometimes change it to £100 over peak, but if they collect £100 worth of orders from people not coming to the party, so work colleagues, people that just can't make it, then you'll take her a freebie. So this is just something extra that you can offer for the host. But if she's on that and she's going to start to collect these orders from people that are not coming, then you can start your party off on £100 worth of orders. I have a host who has a party every Christmas, and she collects £150 plus worth of pre-party orders every Christmas. She loves that challenge. She goes into work, she gets everyone looking at the catalogues. So she's already started that party off on level 1 host rewards. So we always do around £500 to £600 worth of sales from her party. So she gets the top level of host rewards. So she's happy. Everyone there sees that she's getting that. They then want to book their own party. I obviously earn the commission from that as well, so everyone's happy. So that's a really great way to boost your sales. So the hostess coaching, getting and collecting these pre-party orders really do help. So encourage her as well to get looking through that catalogue herself and writing out a wish list, because and get her going for that top level. So say, look, write out your wish list for £175 worth of products, because that's what you could get when you achieve the top level of host rewards. So when she's writing out her wish list, obviously she can change it on the night when she sees other things, but if she's generally got an idea of what she wants, when she's written that out, she's going to think, oh, I want to make sure I get all of this. So she's going to try harder for the attendance, she's going to try harder for the pre-party orders. And then at the end of the night, when you do get all the orders in, she's already got her order all done, so you're not sat there waiting for her to write out a massive order. And then she might forget something, so it's keeping everything nice and organised and keeping her excited. So, and keep in touch with her, ask how she's getting on, ask if she's got an idea of how many people have confirmed, and you can just keep in touch, and then it's keeping her excited. That's all my notes I think I've written on hostess coaching. So you can, even on the day, say, well, okay, how are we doing with your pre-party orders? Am I going to be bringing you that special prize for collecting them? And do keep her excited and on board with that. The host booking gift is what's available when 2 party bookings are taken from the party. Now, obviously, we don't know what's going to be the host booking gift yet for Christmas, but it tends to be just something small, like maybe a hand cream or something like that she can get for cheaper when 2 party bookings are made. So do get her on board with that, get her helping as well to think who might book a party, because she's got that little incentive as well. So once you're there, you've got your nice party set up. So do get a tablecloth, nice black or Christmassy maybe tablecloth, and do keep your display to whatever theme you're doing. So if it's Christmas, keep it Christmassy. If you're doing a skincare one, stick to skincare. Don't ever take absolutely every single product that you've got with you, unless you're new and you've just got your beauty kit, because it can look a bit overwhelming. It is too much. And if the guests there have seen everything that you've got, there's no reason for them to book another party. So outside of Christmas, do theme it to skincare, pamper, spa, face mask, whatever kind of theme you have discussed with your host. Do try and leave things at home, because if everyone has seen everything, like I said, there's no reason for them to book a party. It did take me a while to get my head around that in my first few months of joining, but it definitely works. So to do make sure you do that. So be organised before you go. So know the offers, know the customer specials, have the daily stock list with you. You can print it off, that's great. If you've packed something in your kit that is on the stock list, take it out. Don't bother promoting it, because there's no point everyone falling in love with something and then you say, oh, actually you can't actually order it yet. So do be organised, check people's orders as they're coming to you to make sure there's nothing on the stock list. If there is, tell them it's currently out, would they like something else instead, and deal with it there and then. If they want to stick with that product, then you can tell them that you can maybe make a note of it and let them know it's back in, but deal with it there and then, nice and slick, because over Christmas you can be quite busy, well, very busy. So deal with it, try and deal with everything there and then at the party. So the more organised you are, the better. Work the customer specials. We do tend to have 3 levels of customer specials over peak, and they do tend to be in the catalogue, so it's nice and simple for us. So make sure you fully understand that and the savings, which are massive, and get that over to your customers. Make sure they understand that. People love those customer specials over Christmas, so they do spend more, because then they save more, which then gets the host shopping higher. So it's great for your Christmas shoppers. Get them thinking of who they're buying for. You can maybe even start your party off and get them writing a little list of who they're buying for. If everyone's buying for, say, mother-in-law, you might be able to show them the bigger gifts. If everyone's buying for children, you can maybe show them all the novelty gifts. So you understand what your customers are there for. And like I said before, with the host, they do tend to be coming to buy a lot for themselves as well, especially when they smell and try the products on their skin. They tend to want to buy them for themselves. Play a nice icebreaker. I always play an icebreaker near the beginning to get everyone nice and relaxed, just in case the host has invited people that don't know each other. So you could have a mixture of friends, family, neighbours, work colleagues. So I do that quite early on. Demo the products on your host. So if you've got some of the maybe Christmas makeup, when we see what that is, you can maybe just do a quick eye makeup look for Christmas, or it could be the new tea tree mask. I know that's not really Christmassy, but it's brand new. I always like to take something that's new and exciting, and that's going to be a great thing to demo at parties. Really nice and fun. You can even put it on people's hands as well, and they can have fun peeling that off. Tell your story of why you've joined. Some people do think that us consultants are working the shop all day and we're sent out at night, and isn't it a shame? So do tell them about you. Tell them what you currently do, whether you've got another job, whether you're a full-time mum. Tell them why you're doing it, and they can then relate to you. That somebody might be sat there who's in the same position as you, and we don't want everyone thinking that we're fully qualified beauticians and all this. I mean, maybe you are, but that can sometimes put people off joining themselves because they think that they need to be. So when they realise that we are just normal people, just getting some money, some income from this, whether it is full-time income or part-time income, then they feel more relaxed about maybe considering joining themselves as well. And talk about the different themes you can offer and rewards for hosting their own party. And do take time to chat to the guests at the end when you're going through their orders, because that's when you can really get to know them a bit more, find out if they would like to have their own party, and you're going to start to build these relationships and enjoy yourself. Parties can be fun, are fun, can be lots of fun, and like I said before, they can be a bit nerve-wracking at first as you're getting used to them, but I'm sure when you give them a go, if you've not already, you will enjoy them. So getting bookings from your parties. So you can use a 4-week booking sheet, which is on Be Inspired. So that's a great way to really get people booked into the next 4 weeks rather than them booking for 4 months down the line. So have that with you, fill in what's already booked in. And maybe if you want to work a Monday night, say for example, then highlight that. You can maybe offer an extra incentive if anyone books on a highlighted date, and really use that, because people will come to parties. A lot of people don't really know what party is. They might not have been to one before. So when they come and they see, oh, it's just a nice night in, oh, and I could have one of these and I can get the horse rewards, then they might want to book in, but they've come not intending on booking, but then realise they do want to book. So when you put that 4-week booking sheet in front of them, they'll just tend to pick a day off that. So that really helps you get the bookings in to the next few weeks. So really work the horse booking gift as well, as I mentioned before, with the horse. So the horse could even help to get you a booking from someone that isn't coming to the party. There could be someone at work who loves the product. So she could even get you a booking from someone who isn't even there. So really do work that with her. Offer an incentive for bookings on the night. I do that. I always offer a little extra incentive for someone who books a party from a party, but I don't give it them then. I'll give it them on the night of their party. So if they do end up cancelling their party, then they don't get that gift. And that does help me get bookings when I've got people saying, oh, well, I'll go home, I'll speak to my friends, I'll check my diary. I'd say, well, that's great, but to get this prize on the night of your party, we do need to take a date in now. So should we just pencil something in, and then you can confirm it after you've spoken to your friends. And if we do need to rearrange the date, that's fine. I'll still keep this prize for you on the night. And then that tends to get that booking made. You can use free prize draw slips. These are fantastic. You can print these off BI. You can tend to get them from regional training as well. And these are great for you to pass around. I pass them around at the end of the party and then collect them straight back in. So I will take something small as a prize, maybe a little mini Choadel or a bath bomb or a bath lily, something that's small, because obviously it's a free prize draw. But this really helps you to find out who may be interested in having their own party and who may be interested in joining. Sometimes it's the people who you would never have thought would want to join or book a party that do end up ticking yes or maybe on there. So if you can catch them on the night, then try and do that and get something booked in, or find out if they want to have a chat about joining. But if not, then you've still got that there. You can contact them the next day to get that sorted. So these are great just to really capture people that you might have missed, especially if it's a big party and you can't really have that one-to-one chat with people. This can really help you filter out those people who you can contact and get booked in, or find out if they want to know more about joining. So parties really do breed parties. So I can still link back parties I do now, over 7 years since I joined, to those very first 4 parties that I had. So when I think of who booked from where and how the chain started, I have got chains from those first 4 parties. So it really does. Those initial parties really will help build your business. This is just a little picture showing you how that can really start to build. But once you start to get the bookings and then get future bookings, especially when you're aiming to get at least 2, ideally 3, because you want to rebook your hosting for the next theme for the next catalogue, and then you're getting 2 more bookings as well from the guests. So if you're really focusing on doing that, then you're really going to build your business. And if you don't actually get the bookings from the parties, so say you only get 1 booking, if you challenge yourself to get that second booking from somewhere else and you're replacing every single party with 2 more parties, you're really going to be really building your business and consistently partying, consistently winning free products on the promotions, and consistently earning that great income as well. So as I said, each season fills the next season. So with Christmas, you want to fill up October 1st, because it's such a short period of time that you will get people saying, oh, it's Christmas, I'm booking for November or December. But really do tempt them to book in for October, the start of the catalogue, when hopefully all the gifts will be available. As we get more through the Christmas season, any of the more popular gifts might start to sell out, because obviously they're all limited. So the earlier you get them booked in, the better for you as well, because from your October parties you will get people booking into November, and from November you'll start to fill up December as well. But from all of those parties over peak, you want to talk about January. You want to rebook your hosting for January. Spa night, face mask night, nice chilled night in pyjamas and wanders and slippers. And when you talk about this at parties, you can just see all of the guests go, oh, because they just all like the idea of just relaxing with the friends in the slippers and the onesies, going through face masks or spa products. We do always have a January sale on as well, but these products do sell massive in that month. Don't be thinking that it goes quiet after Christmas. If anything, January is just as busy as peak. And if you're rebooking every horse that you've got from over peak into January, you're going to have a really busy month as well, which is great because most of us tend to be skint after Christmas, don't we? So it's great then to be busy and earning fantastic money in January. So already start to be thinking of that. Get a 2020 diary, start taking bookings from your Christmas horse for that month, and you will be really busy then. So every season still consider the next season, because that current season will fill the next season. So already now be thinking of getting that diary. So income from parties, average income outside of peak tends to be £80 plus, and during peak it tends to be way over £100. Obviously every party is different, every horse will work differently with you and will try harder or less hard on the pre-party orders, but tends to be over £100 at peak. So a couple of hours in someone's house having a nice night, and you could be earning over £100. Quite often it's over 200, which is really not bad at all, is it? When you might be watching Coronation Street, but you can just nip out for a couple of hours, do a party, and be earning fantastic money like that. So it's just incredible. So what is your Christmas income goal? Have you thought about what you might want to earn between now and Christmas? Is there a certain figure in mind that you need to buy presents? Maybe you booked a holiday, maybe you want to just buy something, or maybe book a weekend away, whatever it may be. Have you got a figure in mind that you want to earn? Write that down and do share it with your upline, because they can help plan how you can get that. So they can maybe plan and break it down how many parties that would be to get that. Or if you are wanting to focus on different areas and get sales different ways, they can really help plan and advise you on what you would need to do to be getting that income. So do share that. If you are a bit nervous about doing parties, if you've not done one before, really do just try it, because they are great. The first one, yeah, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'd say everyone after they've done the first one are quite excited, because they have enjoyed it, and they feel proud that they've pushed themselves out of the comfort zone. And every time you do another party, your confidence grows and grows and grows. So my very first party was for my mum. I've never really liked talking in front of people, but every time I've done a party, my confidence has grown that little bit every single time. I've even done parties for big groups of brownies and guides. I think the biggest group I've done probably over 40 people in a school, for a school for the mums to do a fundraiser for the school. That brought in 1,200 sales, and I would never have thought I would have done that if you would have said to me when I joined that you'll be doing a party for over 40 women, speaking in front of them, and I would have said there's no way. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I'd not built up my confidence through doing other normal house parties. So just push yourself out your comfort zone and do try one if you've not already. And fundraisers as well are a great way. That's kind of another training session on fundraisers, but that's a great way to build your party bookings as well. So if you do want to know more about that, there is videos in the video section, but you can also speak to your upline about them as well. So good luck with whatever you've got planned to earn over peak. I hope you all earn lots of money, and I'll see you all soon.